Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Half the Race Gone for the IGTL Masters Q1 and 2 session here from Interlagos. The first view of the aliens of this IGTL top split, if you will. Running the Dallara SF19 machines. Of course, we're watching South African TX3 Manthe qualifying here in... for the TX3 boys. We have Lazarus on top at the moment in practice, just a moment before qualifying begins here. Good evening to Camtio, Quinton, of course Calster, Josete as well. Nice to see you, gentlemen. So it's Lazarus Veloce second. It's James qualifying the car here right in front of Volex, less than a tenth behind, and then 0.002 of a second separating the Volex Esports and the Apex Motorsports cars in practice. Mind you, we have yet to get the actual qualifying sessions underway. And a little explanation of the two sessions. It's going to be a Formula 1 style qualifying session. So Q1, 12 minutes, and that's gonna settle who's gonna move into Q2. We're gonna see positions 9 through 12. So that's 9, 10, 11, and 12. They're gonna be eliminated from Q1. Then from Q2, that's gonna be an 8-minute session, and we're gonna see positions 5 through 8 eliminated there, and then the top 4 goes through to Super Pole, which is taking place right before the race tomorrow, and it's gonna be a hectic one. I really applaud the organizing team for bringing some extra spice into the qualifying, just as this was intended when it was brought in to F1. So it's been a little bit iffy, I think is the word, to actually pull it off. But I am sure it's gonna create an entertaining qualifying session. Let's go through the rest of the grid. We have Project 1 Motorsports with Kipto qualifying the Belgian here, third fastest in practice so far. Bellin, a regular in these events and a well-known face. I like that Bellin Smash color. A subtle little hint. Better watch out around him. The king of Belgium. That's going to be disputed with Kipso here. So far, he isn't. Flat out threat with Ant qualifying. We have VGIA with Eric Cases. And that's the Vodafone Giants, I think, if I'm not completely mistaken. Of course, as mentioned before, TX3. Then what is it even called? Flawless, Awesome, or something racing with that's GTLX qualifying the car. The car, of course, also shared by Tichny. And good evening to everyone who's team Fart. The fantastic Artisan racing team. And wouldn't be surprised to see some excellent racecraft from him yet again. It's been pure joy following him every time he races here in the IGTL. SimRacing champions. Also here in the Masters. And really unlucky yesterday. Connection issues beating them out of the Clubman race. They've been on point through all the classes, and let's see how they fare along here in qualifying. Talking of Tichny, you really timed it well, Tichny. I was just mentioning you, and you managed to make your appearance. But anyways, as mentioned, 12 minutes of Q1, which is settling the bottom 4 places, or who's going to be filtered out with those. Then 8 minutes of Q2 to follow that, of course, making 20 minutes all in all. And it's going to be much more hectic than your usual qualifying session. And I think what we've just seen is the start of the qualifying session. We are live for Q1, and there's a complete rush to get on track here. First of all, of course, track position is not a bad thing to have in a qualifying session, and time is of the essence. Cars run with the straightforward 100-100 ballast, both power and weight. So real simple. I'm running the racing hearts just to make sure. And this is really one that we've been waiting for a long time. The first peek at the aliens of the Masters. Hello, Wakey. Sugar Rush Performance. It's a warming of tires going on. And so for the Masters race, tires times 3, fuel times 2. So it's gonna be crucial to get maximum mileage in, to burn as much fuel and get a light a car as possible through the qualifying session here. So first flying laps here, we're watching Manthe. Oh, Cooper almost losing it completely. And that AstroTurf known to be very slippery, like somebody's got a daily job running out there to spray a little brown soap on the track, on the AstroTurf out there. And Cooper, of course, aborting the lap, doesn't want to get in the way of anyone. So let us see, first times are gonna be flying in right around here. It's gonna be a 1:18.1 for Manthe. Alex betters that, but so does Best Racer by half a second in Pete. And Flat Out Thread up there as well. And it's a close field in behind. And at the moment, really not much spread. James, or it's James. I need to put the weight right in it. Just about to say he went second fastest. That only lasted for a second as Lazarus Thomas puts the Lazarus team provisionally on the front row, albeit only in second position. And the times are going to be flying in. SimRacing champions, 9th at the moment. 0.7 of a second down, and this is what we were told to expect. Just the same kind of closeness as we saw in the pro field yesterday. When they took the Red Bull Juniors out, we had the entire field qualifying within 0.8 of a second. Might very well be the same thing we'll be seeing here today. Evening to Javon, evening to Kiss, evening to Thunderstorm. Pleasure to having you all along. David Kendall as well, of course, just peeping up through. Of course, with these IGTL races, always have the sensation that it is something special. A gathering of the very best. and few leagues, few, I was about to say privately organized leagues. But I don't even know what to call it. I mean, but few racing leagues can offer the same level of competition as what we're experiencing here. Of course, when we're talking official, as best racer is looking to push it further into the 17s, and he's purple so far on this lap. As I'm cutting myself off, just to make a short point of it, the level is quite high indeed, as best racer does indeed improve upon his previous pole time. It's a 1:17.3. Lazarus Thomas and a couple of other cars also coming up towards the line, and we're keeping an eye on the timing screen. Your next beer will be from Denmark. Oh, Kiss. There are some good choices as well, although I think the reputation that Danish beer has is maybe they're a little, like the really standard ones, are a little bland compared to what you can actually get, but there are some really good Danish beers out there. So here, let's have a look on board with who's third placed at the moment, representing Project 1 Motorsports. It is Kipso, the Belgian, just about half a second down. So it seems everybody's really scrambling to follow best racer at the moment. Well, that 1:17.3, impressive pace indeed, it has to be said. A little over halfway as well through Q1, mind you. And let's have a look at the bottom, who is sitting in the hard spots at the moment. SimRacing champions get themselves at least provisionally out of trouble. It's Volix Esports at the moment, with the Felix needing to put a good lap in together. He's currently sitting 0.7 of a second down on Apex Motorsports with the Cooper 2000. And there up, it's really, really close indeed. GT Alex, 0.009 of a second. Bellin, well, that's a hundredth of a second as well, separating him and Manthe. And Manthe being in the safe spot for Q1 with just over 4 minutes remaining. James, third fastest now, pushing down Kipso into fourth. Not bettering his best time upon that lap, but he was close indeed. Flat Out Thread sitting fifth, with Bellin having put the Aries Racing Team car in sixth position on the grid. Although that lap put in by best racer, oh my lord, he's even improved it yet again. It's down to a 1:17.2 now. And let's just have a quick glance at the live timing screen. Enough to show you the entire field. 12 cars in for qualifying here. We've sadly had a single dropout. So the bottom four, worth noting at the moment, is Volix TX3. It's the Flawless Awesome Racing car, and Apex Motorsports. But it's so close there between 8 and well, all the way down to 12th place at the moment, and even also up in front, that can feel safe. And it is impressive. We've seen it all the way through, at least with these separated qualifying sessions. The Clubman session being a little bit... Oh, Thomas purple through Sector 1. Let's go on board with the Lazarus driver with just under 2 minutes left of Q1. These are, if any, the drivers that can feel somewhat safe to go through into Q2 when a lot of stuff has to go wrong for Best Racer or Thomas to fall so far down the order. Let's see here as he comes to the end of Sector 2. It's not purple anymore, though still an improvement on his personal best. Seems to get a decent run out of the final corner. Always a tricky one indeed. And that is... Oh, he gets quite close to B-Racer indeed. And I think he'll be happy for that. Yeah, exactly, Quentin. One team isn't here. Actually, who did drop out? That'll require me to get my... single laptop screen somewhere else than screen chat, which there isn't really time for right now. Maybe one of the organizers is here to help out. Evening to Mr. Clutch. Nice to have you home, mate. So what's it gonna be? Apex Motorsports still 12th. 2K was running nicely in practice. He was up there, and this is gonna be the last lap, the last chance whatsoever. Well, the Vodafone car is they're now in 9th position. SimRacing champions in 8th, and it's Volix, it's Flawless, and it's Apex Motorsports as well in the danger zone. Oh, I think AMS Cooper, is that gonna be it for him? Manty, he's done. Here goes Insec. Oh, he's 9th at the moment, so that might be it as well. The Vodafone car did it make the lap? AMS, well, he tops, just manages to top Felix in the Volex car for 12th position. Although I think that was it. If I'm not completely mistaken, there's one car yet to cross the line. And doesn't present any immediate changes. And with that makes it SimRacing champions, the Vodafone Giants, Apex Motorsports, and Volex Esports going out here in Q1. GT Alex putting the car up in 7th there after having been down there all the way through. Brilliant stuff indeed. TX3 going through in 8th position. Look at the gaps, it's just a 10th, and then it's half a 10th between Insec and Eric Casas. It's just 9 thousandths of a second further down to AMS Cooper. And then further half a 10th of a second down to VLX Felix. So, oh my, close stuff indeed. Can we get some likes for the closeness of these guys? I think it is, to say the least, impressive to see just how close the level is here. And if anything, it shows that the differences between the drivers are absolutely marginal. Look at that. The gym boys. That's what they're gonna be called as well for me now. No doubt about it. But the gym boys timing that perfectly with a pit stop just for the start of just for the start of, we're still waiting actually the start of Q2, I suppose. But you've managed to do a carbon copy of what the Pro Field did yesterday, which I thought was hugely impressive in itself. And that is to actually have the entire field within a second. Let alone it's within 0.8 of a second. That's hugely impressive. We have a little wreckfest going on. Tug of war maybe somewhere. Project 1 car looks pretty damn tight as well. That's Thomas. Obviously he's not satisfied with the level of airtime that we're giving to... but he's not satisfied with anything, obviously. He's just out to raise some hell. Flat out threat, taking the professional approach to waiting for Q2. And Thunderstorm, I'd imagine that the last right-hander in the technical middle sector right before the downhill left-hander into the final turn. That's tricky in anything, but these cars, they are very twitchy. Anything under 120, 30 kilometers, they are... Oof. Those always kills it. He likes to mash it up. There should be someone in the other end of that. They could play like air hockey with each other. It'd be fun to see. Can we organize that? Super Formula air hockey? We'll have to figure out what track would fit it best. Let's see how Felix feels about that. Yes. Oh, that's a very that's pretty accurate. It's a little to the left, Thomas. So less than a minute till we're getting Q2 underway. And just to clarify yet again, SimRacing champions, Vodafone Giants, Apex Motorsports, and Volex Esports are out in Q1. Q2 8 minutes plus 1 lap, and that's gonna be it. Thunderstorm. He's good one. So I'm expecting to see a track reset and a reset of times as well, and a reset of fuel, of course. And there it is. Oh, no surprises. Oh, that was a floaty. Q2 underway, 8 cars left. Half of them will go through to tomorrow's Super Pole session right before the race. And Are we gonna see any changes to the running order since Q1? It's gonna be interesting indeed. Of course, even less traffic around the track this time around, and that is certainly going to be appreciated all the way around. GT Alex with a legendary late save, looking like he was going to get thrown out of it all early on, but he made it through. So here we go, first flying laps underway. Let's go on board with our fastest man yet, at least. It is Best Racer. And that is taking it to the absolute limit on the exit of turn 4. Oh, goes wide into the technical section. Then through the compression up the hill. And gets that twitchy oversteer that was mentioned before as well. So certainly this isn't going to be his lap. And that's of course also worth noting, the #1 car of Flat Out Thread. And look at that livery, it's really, it's there. It's actually pretty good. I like it. But that is so with the IGTL Masters that the #1 is reserved for the reigning champions. Alex is pitting in. He hasn't picked up any damage. At least not, no. He did pick up a 3.3 second penalty somehow. That's a little strange indeed. Opted for fresh tires. He thought that it would give him an advantage later on for one good lap at the end. Evening Swablu. And good evening to everyone who has tuned in during this qualifying session here for the IGTL Masters race. A race taking place. Can you feel the rhyme building up? I'm not gonna keep on doing that, don't worry. It's gonna be taking place tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon actually, with the Super Bowl kicking off at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And you're not gonna be spared of any racing. Flat Out Thread with the dropout. Well, there's no time for that whatsoever. I didn't actually check what their recorded time was. I'm sure the organizers will have seen it. I'm not sure, I can't say that, but knowing them, it wouldn't surprise me that they have noted whatever time they posted so far down. Bad luck, nevertheless, for Ant in the Flat Out Thread car. But we have the IGTL Pro on display for you here tonight on the channel. We're gonna take just around half an hour's worth of a break after this one, and the action underway. We had the qualifying session close, as mentioned before, close indeed. It is here Thomas leading Kipso by 0.2 of a second. Then it's James in the Veloci car. And Manthe for TX3 at the moment. Looking to go through. And that means that out would go B-Racer, Bellin, and GTL here in Q2 at the moment. Superpole is a one-lap qualifying shootout between the final four. It's gonna be here. It could be the entire field, I guess. It's just when you only have one lap to set the qualifying time. I think that's what defines the Superpole. Evening Rabbit Gator, things are good. Things are good. We're heading into the vacation, summer vacation periods for pretty much the entire industry sector of Denmark, and that means our workload at work, where I work, just quietens down very much. It becomes very chill. That's very nice. Let's see how B-Racer goes here. Oh, he goes he goes fastest by 1/10 of a second. And mind you, we've got just over a minute left. But it's that minute plus one lap. So I don't know. Does that mean that B-Racer does get another lap after this one? Right now he's being held up by Manthe. Manthe, who's now down in 6th position and set to go out at the moment if standings doesn't change, alongside Alex of flawless fame. Well, it's actually Titchney who's of flawless fame. I'm not gonna make Alex, but Alex is... you've seen many of his creations, I'm sure. It goes for all of you anyways. Rabbit Gator, nice show in the minis. I caught that. It was absolutely brilliant. And it goes to you as well, Titchney. Brilliant action in those minis. I don't remember when I've last seen someone go 6 wide on the back straight anywhere. That was beautiful indeed. Good evening to anyone just tuning in here on the last minute. So there it is, finish your lap. But that is gonna be what it's gonna be for Thomas. It's gonna be pole position. It's not gonna be pole, but it's gonna be top spot for Q2 here. Bellin is in 4th. He's not gonna improve. James. I always keep fucking it. I'm sorry, pardon my French. I keep messing it up. Really need to learn that it's just something I've made up myself. Anyways, if he doesn't want me to say James, then he shouldn't put 3 A's in his name. Anyways, it's James, it's Manthe, and it is indeed as well Alex. But it didn't last any longer for him, who goes out here in Q2, and that means through to Superpole tomorrow is... well, yeah, of course it's Choma, the last driver of the flawless team. Impressive lap indeed by Thomas. So through to Superpole is Lazarus, it's the Gym Boys, it's Project One, and it is the Iris Racing Team. And very well done to all 4 drivers indeed. Thomas, B-Racer, Kipso, and Bellin. Yeah, David, indeed. But at least I caught myself in the act of swearing, and I only swore 4/5 of a real swear word. I'm not gonna get away with it, I know. But anyways, it's been a pleasure serving you this IGTL Masters qualifying session, and we're gonna take a short break. We're gonna go offline. We're gonna go back online in just around a short half an hour's time, 25 minutes time for the IGTL Pro race. Do tune in again at that time. If you like what you've seen here, hit us up with a like on the video, and if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel for more Have the Race Gone action. It's been a pleasure so far. Hope to see you later. My name is DirtenDK. With that said, take care, have fun, and bye-bye.